Hi, everybody. Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well, my friends. Happy Thursday. We're getting there. Almost the end of a week. Almost the end of a week. And that means we got West Ham of the weekend. Yay! Hope you're all safe and well from you around here. 50% of you who are new around here, 50% of you who are watching now, aren't subscribers. So if you could subscribe, that would be very, very appreciative. And it just one click of a button. Thank you very much. Hammers headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. It's Thursday, the 12th of January. Rattling through this year already. Three stories. One transfer story. I did loads of transfer stories at lunchtime today. Check them out. Sort of a big sort of run through on our transfer rumour show. The return of the Rusty Rumour rating as well. You've been asking for it. It's back. The Rusty Rumour rating is back. And that was in full force at lunchtime today. We've got transfer news. We've got team news. And we've got sponsorship news. There we go. Let's start with the team news. Now, Anton's doing a preview. It'll be up probably this evening. We'll be doing all of our match day content. Tomorrow we'll have the David Moyes press conference for the Hammers headline section. So keep an eye out for that. But ahead of the game, ahead of a crunch game for the Hammers and Wolves on Saturday at Molineux, Wolves apparently have a quartet of injury problems ahead of our clash at the weekend. I mean, we've got quite a sizable allocation. I think we've got about 6,000 allocation, which will be taken to Molineux. So the crowd will be rocking from a West Ham perspective. And the Wolves, I mean, it's always a good ground. It's good ground in terms of Wolves as well. So it'll be a cracking atmosphere. But according to injury specialist Ben Dearney, he claims that the summer signing Boubacar Traore has been ruled out for 2 months. And he's 100% out of the game. That's according to Premier Injuries website. He also claims that he joins Francesco Tavares Olivier. Although we already know about Sasa Kalidicic. He was injured literally coming on the pitch. About 10 minutes later, he came off the pitch. They're both long-term injuries. And also, apparently, Pedro Neto is also set to miss the game against us with a foot injury. Daniel Podence could also miss the fixture and is being assessed for a minor knock. He's been rated at 50% chance of playing. So, you know, a lot of their sort of, well, particularly a lot of their striking and attacking players seem to be on the fence at the moment. Seem to be on the old fitness bed, injury bed. I don't know what it's Thursday. I don't know what I'm talking about. We could see the return of Kurt Zuma to the starting lineup potentially from his knee surgery. Wolves was always the game which was earmarked as a potential return. We'll wait and see what happens with that. You can have your say at the moment of who you want to start the game against Wolves. Check out the West Ham Network community posts and vote for that. It looks like apart from Corno, we could have a fully fit squad maybe in time for the Molineux game. We shall see. In terms of transfers, in terms of people being linked to, as I did a raft at lunchtime today, but another link has emerged, and that is Celtic youngster Rocco Vata. Apparently, us and Crystal Palace have been heavily linked with the Celtic youngster. He's 17-year-old under contract with Celtic until May of 2024. Celtic are hoping he gets to sign a new deal with them. In terms of the Celtic Academy, obviously, people like Okaflex we've taken on board. They are extensively scouted by the likes of Munich, Liverpool, City, and they've lost a few teenagers recently. They lost Vincent Angelini, who's a goalkeeper, to Watford. They also had another goalkeeper, Rory Mahdi, to Leeds. But Rocco has made his first team debut already at the age of 17, late substitute away to Hibs, but missed out on the squads for the Glasgow derby and Celtic's home win over Kilmarnock. He's the son of a former player, Celtic player, and so obviously he'll have a potential, his family will have a preference maybe to stay at Celtic, but a second full season playing, you know, in essence in the fifth tier of football, in relation to where Celtic's reserve team are, isn't likely to tantalise him, accelerate his development, and obviously the pool of the Premier League, also other teams, Inter Milan apparently been looking at him and various others, means that he may be looking for a new club. And so, when the likes of us, Palace, both got very established youth setups come calling, it may give him a little nudge over to the over the border and come back down south. We'll wait and see. But as you said, we are. It looks like West Ham are part of their policy now is actively pursuing youngsters outside of bring them into the academy. We also had someone like Luis Al recently. He's signed from Sao Paulo. We've taken players over from Northern Ireland in likes of Marshall, who's been playing cracking. He's just signed his pro forms. And various others as well. And you look at how the under-18s are doing. Undefeated in 11 home games, won 11 games in a row in the Premier League South Under-18 League. And actually last week was probably the first weekend for ages where the under-18s, the under-21s, and the men's side all won. So yeah, keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on Rocco. Great name. And finally, let's talk about sponsorships. Let's talk about shirt deals, shall we? West Ham are apparently in the market to secure a huge sponsorship package, which could see the side end their relationship with Betway in terms of their partnership ahead of the exploration of this existing sponsorship deal. Betway, who have been the club's main sponsors since 2015, wow, 7 years almost, 8 years almost, were already in line to be replaced with the current agreement expiring in the end of the 24-25 season. This is due to obviously the government legislation likely to come into effect soon, which basically prohibits betting companies from being primary sponsors of football clubs. However, reports suggest that West Ham could look to terminate the arrangement sooner, similar to the deal struck by Newcastle with their previous sponsor, Fun 88. That was done last year, whereby the existing contract was terminated early to enable the Magpies to partner with Saudia, their new sponsor. It's understood that the deal being sought after would be a full mega package. Previously reported by XWHU employee. Mega package. Which would also include naming rights to the stadium as well. Also, as part, you may have a few months ago, there was talk of West Ham taking on the naming rights as from MLDC. So a mega package could include the shirt sponsor and the naming rights to the stadium. That's where they see where the value is. This could be very lucrative for West Ham and would be on par with the so-called greedy six in terms of size of contracts. Although the current agreement with Betway, interestingly enough, sees West Ham hold the biggest sponsorship agreement outside the Big Six, but still some way off that sort of next level in terms of those Big Six sponsorship deals. Tottenham, for example, and AIA is something like 3.5 times more money than the Betway deal. To date, there's been many frustrations in finding a naming rights partner for London Stadium, with the current owners, LLDC, as I said, offering West Ham the opportunity to purchase the rights, which we've dismissed at the moment. But the looming change in main sponsors, though, could well open the doors for potential partners to come forward, as the Hammers naming rights, stadium naming rights being part of the package, could see to be far more lucrative to larger investors. So it's part of a bigger. So it looked like very similar to the Emirates and Arsenal, for example, and the Etihad as well. So that could be a similar sort of package, and that would be huge in terms of monetary value. Obviously, we would have to probably give some back to the country in terms of the LLDC, in terms of the stadium rights, but still, it would be could be a very lucrative, it could be a very, very lucrative deal. But we'll keep an eye on that, as always. And that's it, my friends. Thank you very, very much for your time. Go back yesterday. We did a great show last night about who could be the next West Ham manager. Not saying that Davy Moyes is not going to be the manager, in the next game or 6 months, or his contract runs up in the summer, or maybe an additional contract. But there will be a pointed time where there's a new manager. Who would it be? We picked 15 names, went through them, and the one that I really wanted, I didn't put in the list. I think so. Check it out. It was really, really good. We go through them individually, their pros, their cons, their formations. They like to pick what they've won, their win percentages, their goal difference, average goal difference, that type of thing. All those types of stats, which are quite interesting in terms of putting together and making your own decision. as well in terms of who you want, rather than be swayed by other people's opinions. Who do you want? And as I said, go and check out the community post and vote for who you want to start for the Wolves games. So that's it, my friends. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, keep the faith, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Ta-ta for now, my friends. Bye-bye.